Without question, one of the easiest ways I know of to get stronger overall, but particularly in your upper body, is to strengthen your grip. Now, a lot of people seem to think that they have to invest in all sorts of specialty grip equipment, and although it can be very useful and very helpful, it's not a requirement. Anything from plate pinches, like you just saw me doing, to working up to strength feats, like tearing phone books in half, and other things that you might see the old-time strongmen doing. For instance, a favorite of mine, as you can see me about to do here, is card tearing. All of this stuff is really great, and because all of it can be progressed bit by bit, meaning it can be made easier or it can be made harder, it is all worth your time to toss into your training. What's best is that you really don't need a huge volume of it for the most part, because by and large, you're going to be using your hands for a lot of other different things anyway. So if you're practicing, let's say, pull-ups, you're already hanging from a pull-up bar, so that's going to be very useful. But even standard exercises, body weight and kettlebell alike, can be made more challenging by adding a grip component to it. So one, as you can see me doing here, would be rows with a rope. And in particular, I'm using a thick rope, so it's twice the diameter of a standard rope. You can get a little bit more fancy if you want, and you can also start to work your way toward more advanced variations of things like this by simply increasing the angle at which you have to pull so that you are making these quite a bit harder. You can do pull-ups on them, which is a favorite of mine and was a favorite of a lot of the old-time strongmen who relied heavily on rope training for building their prodigious grip strength as well as their upper body strength and pulling power in general. So you can slip some grip work into a lot of different things that you're already currently doing in your training. Now, beyond just that, even with some basic household items, like let's say a sledgehammer or some sort of an implement that has an offset weight, you can work on building up your wrist strength. So here you can see me doing wrist rotations with a sledgehammer. This is also the sort of a thing that very often people find just allows them to start hitting new PRs very, very quickly because they're doing stuff they hadn't done before. Similarly, you can start to work on some of the more minute movements of the hand, such as with the fingers, by rolling up a towel. Simple as that. You don't need to attach anything to it. You simply grab the towel, hold it out in front of you, and bit by bit, you start to roll it up using all of your fingers and your thumb. You can do this every other day. You can do this at the end of your workouts. You can do this sort of a thing in your spare time with a break from work. None of these things require a huge investment in money, number one, and number two, in time. Now, it is, of course, possible to overdo it a little bit too much because the hands have a lot of nerve endings in them. It's possible to get a little bit worn out very quickly. So you always want to start simple, start easy, and when in doubt, do a little bit less and build up from there. But toss this into your training. Let me know how you like it. And as always, have fun and happy training.